We all agree we have choices. Here at Selling from the Heart, I believe that you are 100% responsible for how you show up. We're going to have a great time this week in unpacking competence and character. So, what I want us to think about together is how would you define competence and how would you define character, especially in a world today where salespeople are not looked at with high levels of trust. To quote Mark Manson, Mark went on to say this: competence is how good you are when there is something to gain. Character is how good you are when there's nothing to gain. People will reward you for your competence, but people will only love you for your character. Here's the question. Here's the question I want you all to think about this week. How well are you standing out amongst the sea of salespeople? That's just right. Something for you to at least stew on and marinate on. How well are you standing out amongst all the salespeople that are out there? But when it comes to competence, competence refers to your skills, it's your abilities, and it's your effectiveness that will help lead you to tangible rewards, recognition, and outcomes. And I think we can all agree to that. But follow along, because on the flip side of this, if we start looking at character, character encompasses your moral values and how you treat others, especially when there's no immediate benefit to yourself. Some may say that's selling from the heart. It's all about serving. It's your character that truly defines who you are as a person and determines the depth of your relationships. Collectively, let's think through this. What's the depth of your client relationships? And would you even know? But it's your character that fosters trust, loyalty, and genuine connection. I ask all of you to think right now, where does trust sit inside the sales world today? And where does trust sit inside your clients, the clients you're working with, and the future clients that you hope one day will become your clients? I believe it's the strength of your character that's going to leave a lasting impression on others. On the flip side to this, we can all say about impression is first impressions are lasting impressions. So I ask all of you, and by the way, thank you so much for hanging out with me this week. I want you all to think about your clients. Think really hard about your clients. Quite frankly, they're your most precious asset. And in order for your most precious assets to appreciate over time, I'm going to ask you all, it's a delicate balance of bringing competence to the forefront and smashing that with character. So this week, think about how each and every one of you would balance out competence versus character. And then watch what starts to happen next. Your client relationships, how you carry yourself out into the marketplace is going to determine what happens next as it relates to people keep coming back for more and more and more of what you have to offer. Because I do know this, your clients and your future clients, they'd rather connect and do business with a sales professional who sells from the heart as opposed to one who is an empty suit. Think about all the salespeople out there. How are you all standing out? What are you willing to do differently? We all have choices. But I'm going to ask you all this week, it's a delicate balance of competence versus character. Y'all have an amazing week.